So for this stitch, you're going to need 3 different yarns in 3 different colours. So I've just picked 3 random yarns from my stash. I've got this turquoise linen yarn, which is probably a fingering weight, sport weight, and then this tape yarn, which is a heavier weight, and then merino, which is an Aran weight. You can use obviously any combination of yarns. You can use all the same yarns in different colours. I'm just kind of like the exaggerated effect of using some different textures in this stitch. I really like this stitch because I feel like it's just a normal stripe stitch, but it's kind of like interrupted with these slip stitches in the middle, which kind of warp the different stripes. So effectively you are just working 1 row in each colour, but it creates this really interesting colour mix effect, and I guess it looks a lot more complex than it is. I also kind of feel like it looks similar to when a yarn is kind of slubbed, or a space dye effect, when you can just use 3 different yarns for this. To start, you need to cast on a multiple of 6 stitches plus 4 extra stitches, and use a cable cast on to start. I've cast on, as you can see, using the darkest colour, but you can cast on using any colour. It doesn't make any difference. And it's an 8-row repeat, and you need to change colours every single row. So I'm not going to give colour instructions, you just need to change colour every row and stick to the colour pattern. So for example, you can see I've gone navy, and then this peach colour, and then turquoise, and then navy, peach, turquoise. So I'm always staying in that same routine, pattern even is a better word. So you can see like the colour I need to work is always going to be at the right end. For example, I need to start now, and I've just worked a turquoise row, and so you can see my next would be a peach, and that is the only other yarn waiting for me. And when I've knitted that row to the end of the row, you can see this colour is waiting for me, and that's the correct sequence. So that's the beauty of using a 3 colour pattern. You can work 1 row in each colour without cutting the ends. And if you've seen any of my other stitch videos, I often use 3 colours because of that. It's really great for colour work. Okay, so I'm going to run through the 8-row repeat now. So you will have just cast on with your first colour, like I did here with my navy, and then you're going to use your next colour, so for me that's the peach, to work the very first row. So the first row, you're just going to knit all stitches. So for the second row, which is a wrong side row because I've just turned my work, I'm just going to grab the next yarn here, and I'm just going to purl all stitches. So with the next colour, purl all stitches. So row 3 is a right side row, and you're going to take your next colour and you're going to knit the first stitch, and then you're going to slip 2 with the yarn in the back of the work. So the next 2 stitches, keep the yarn at the back and slip them to the right needle without knitting them, like that. And then you're going to knit 4. And repeat this. So slip 2 with the yarn in the back, knit 4. Slip 2, knit 4. And then the final 3 stitches, you slip 2 and then knit the last stitch. So for row 4, take your next colour and you're going to purl 1, slip 2 with the yarn in front. So keep the yarn in front where it is and slip the next 2 stitches to the right needle. And then purl 4. Slip 2. Purl 4. Slip 2, and then when you get to the last 3 stitches you can slip those 2 and purl the last one. So for row 5 you're going to knit all the stitches using the next colour. So I'll take my next colour and knit all the stitches. For row 6, I'm going to purl all the stitches with my next colour. So my next colour, I'm just going to purl all stitches. So for row 7, with your next colour, you're going to knit 4. And then slip 2 with the yarn in back. So just like we did before, keep the yarn in the back and slip 2. And then repeat that. So knit 4. Slip 2. Knit 4. Slip 2. And finish by knitting 4. So for the final row, row 8, you're going to take your next colour and purl 4. And then slip 2 with the yarn in front. So again, like before, keep the yarn in the front and slip 2. And then repeat that. Purl 4, slip 2, purl 4, slip 2, and then finally end with purl 4. So all you do is keep repeating those 8 rows, changing colour every row, keeping to the 3 colour pattern, and you'll end up with quite an interesting disrupted stripe effect, like this.